Hi everyone. My name is Eva Broekhuizen. Well, like Max just introduced me, I have founded the Dutch Foundation for the GNAO1 patients. It's been a long day, but a very inspiring day. And I really would like to thank the Italian families for organizing this day. It was as a founder of the foundation, it was very inspiring. As a mother of a GNAO1 patient, it was also very confronting to have all the information again of this disease, which is a very severe condition, which we all know. But to have it all summed up again, it's quite challenging. So this is my family. Here you have Max. Max is our second son, and our oldest is on the right, it's Taya, and then we have another little one from 2.5 years old, which who's called Boris. My husband is also here in the room, that's Sander. So this is our foundation in the Netherlands. It was founded by me and my father, who's sitting on my left side over there, and Niek, who's sitting far right, in a far right position. The three of us started the foundation because initially we had we felt the need for more information. And when we got the diagnosis, we were told that we were the first one in Holland. And the only thing they knew was that there was a study in Japan of 4 patients. And that was bad news, actually, that study. So it was... We felt the need to try to gather more information for other families in Holland. Later on, 2 of my friends from college joined us, and well, they help us now. Our main goal is to raise funding to support medical research. The second goal is spreading information and creating awareness. And our third goal is to assist the families in the Netherlands, as well as abroad, actually. We actually were, a family from Chile emailed us, a family from Belgium emailed us, and also from Germany. So, and of course, we gladly also help those families to get to the right information. Which is also done by the Italian Foundation and the American Foundation. So this is an overview of our activities in the years that we exist. We now exist for 2 years. The first one was connecting with Dr. Baas, who also just gave a presentation on the research. We also do lots of fundraising activities, and you can think of sportive things. It's mainly done by people in our own network, but of course we're trying to expand that and to create even more funding. But actually in 2 years' time now, we raised about 35,000 euros by doing those sportive activities. And actually I was hoping that I would receive the news yesterday, but I haven't yet. But we're hoping and keeping our fingers crossed to get another donation of 10,000 euros next week. So that would bring us to nearly 50,000 euros in 2 years' time. With our goal to spread the awareness, which is very important because you have this rare disease that no one knows of. So I, at one point, gave a lecture together with another GNAO1 mom, whose son has had a DBS surgery. There was a lecture to medical students, first grade at the university in Amsterdam. We had articles published in the local newspapers, and we are very active on social media. Another activity that we started last year was visiting the neurologists throughout our country to also get them aware of our foundation. When we were just sitting at the second floor just now discussing the research possibilities. The point was also raised that we should know how many patients we actually deal with. A number of 100 patients was mentioned earlier today by one of the doctors, but I know from the Facebook family group, which is well, the group you probably, the families here know of, we know that it's actually 150, at least 150 patients. But the doctors, of course, don't know that because not all of the patients are mentioned in publications. So we had, it was one of the things that I had in mind by while I was visiting all the neurologists, to make them aware of our foundation, and also asking them to communicate to me within the privacy what you call boundaries, of course, so to communicate to me how many patients are we dealing with here in Holland, and it would be great if it could be done in other countries as well. The second goal of the visiting of the neurologist was to discuss with them the possibilities we would have within our country to create an optimal, a more optimized exchange of information between them, so that they were not having to invent the wheel in every hospital because of the rareness of the disease. I was not sure actually if they would know what to do immediately. We had one, the patient in Holland that got the DBS surgery. Actually, his mother turned to me and said, okay, can you communicate to the doctors here in Amsterdam what we know from America and connect them to the doctors in America? And I did, and they were actually quite glad that I did, because of course they had their own knowledge, which was also very good, but they also felt the need to discuss about this rare disease with other doctors that had this situation at hand before. And one of the things that has that these discussions with the neurologists led to are the fact that the Amsterdam UMC, which is one of the main academic hospitals in Amsterdam, has agreed in trying to become the expertise center for the movement disorder related to the GNAO1 mutation. It is a bit tricky because they have only so much patients that they have been able to see until now. So to be saying that you're the expertise center would be a little bit far-fetched, of course, but to be able to become the expertise center with relation to the movement disorder of this specific mutation, you have to make it publicly known that you want to be it. So the other neurologists in the country will also ask their patients to come and see you, and you can learn and actually become the expert center. So we're already very glad that they have agreed in making that known to the other neurologists in the country. So these are just some pictures of all the activities that I told you about just now, and this is the article in the local newspaper, and me giving a lecture to the students. We also, of course, had the first GNAO1 Awareness Day, which was a great success, and also resulted in a lot of funding in our country, just by giving the awareness to the mutation on social media, etc. So a few of the challenges that I want to share with you, because I also hope that this inspires some of you to start your own foundation in your own country, or maybe not a foundation, but just a point of presence actually for GNAO1 families to connect to, and also to be able to create an international network of foundations that can discuss all sorts of things that are important for our community. But the challenges, of course, are the rareness of the mutation and the variety of symptoms. These make it very difficult to communicate your message to the rest of the world in a very clear-cut manner. There's also the variety in how families deal with the situation and feel the need and the strength to support our foundation. I noticed that it varies a lot. Some families are just up to here just dealing with their own child and the medical situation. Others are fortunate enough to have a child that doesn't has that much symptoms of the mutations, and they just say, I've accepted it, that I have a disabled child, and I don't want to exhaust myself with difficult discussions about research opportunities, etc. So, and I'm in the middle, so I founded a foundation. I guess that's the lesson learned. But of course, I try to get them involved, and I try to keep them involved. I send newsletters, and I ask them to get involved in the Awareness Day, for instance. So, okay, I'll just skip to the next slide. There are also opportunities, of course, opportunities. We do live in the 21st century, and that's of course not an opportunity as such, but there's so much possible now on a research level, but also because of the internet and the fact that we are this rare disease, but we all find each other and are able to collaborate. So, okay. I would like to finish with saying that the time is now, and I think it's apparent for all of us. We just have to find a way to actually make the machine moving faster. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.